Hey, what's up guys, it's Unseen Range here, and today I'm bringing you Star Wars Storytime as my series, episode 2, I guess you could say. First off, I just want to bring up some news that it's spring break for me, so I will have more time to put some videos out. I also wanted to say that I work on, as in today if you're watching, Friday and Saturday night, so I will not be able to have another video up until maybe Sunday or Monday. So I'm trying to really focus on getting my bounty hunter out. I'm waiting to hit 30 now because we all decided to meet up at 30. So that is when I will introduce my bounty hunter, who will be my main prime character in videos of leveling. I'll stream it. I'll show videos, just me questing, flashpoints, just cool stuff. And the bounty hunter I actually really like, besides my juggernaut here that I'm playing. So anyway, the story I have today is my first job that I ever had. Was at a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, really fancy, and it was probably the worst job I ever had. You had to dress in a bow tie, dress shirt, dress shoes, dress pants, and I had to. It was really bad, and the hours were even ridiculous too. We had to work from like 4 o'clock to like 1 in the morning, so it really sucked. I mean, but the hours is what bothered me because, as I get older, I'll probably have obviously more hours in a day and longer hours. So I don't really want to complain on that one. But what happened was we would have to carry up like giant tables from like these stone stairs and everything. And it was really bad, and I honestly felt like I was getting underpaid there. And so I did decide to leave there. So what I bring up to the story is there was this hostess there, and she was a real big bitch. Yeah, hardcore. And she thought like she ran the place, I mean, yeah, she worked there for like 2 years, so I guess that would give her like more respect. But she was just like you're a hostess. It's one of the easiest jobs in a restaurant. You just sit there and say, "Oh, sit there, and I'll just sit here and continue doing my job." And she was nasty about it. So like, because boss was there, we had to set up the table, and setting up the tables is very annoying for a fancy restaurant. You gotta get the rag, you gotta set the cloth, you have to set the napkins. It was a whole ideal which is a pain. And now I had 2 friends that worked there, so it was kind of nice. Like, they got me the job there, so it was really cool about it. But I mean, when I left, they were pissed. So anyway, the hostess, what happened was, the last night I was working there, I didn't really care because I was quitting. It was my last night, so I had to close. So I had to vacuum. And what happened was, what happens is all the bussers work there, have to stay there until we finish closing. And she was dating one of the hostesses. So as she's dating the hostess, as the hostess dated the busser, she had to stay there. Her car broke down, so he was the ride home. So she was like really pissed. What I did was I had to vacuum the entire restaurant, and it was a decent sized, medium sized restaurant. But there's chairs and tables in your way, and you're not allowed to like flip the chairs over or whatever. So I had to sit there and vacuum, and I hated it. And I only did it like 2 other times. So I start vacuuming, and I'm going really slow because the last time I vacuumed, I got yelled at because I did a bad job. I didn't do as well of a job as I could have done. So because it was my last day, I was like, okay, I don't really care. She was being a huge bitch. She was yelling and complaining. Why aren't you going faster? So you know what I did was I went even slower. She starts flipping out, flipping. She starts screaming in the middle of the restaurant. Now all the customers are gone, but she starts flipping out. She's like, "Are you effing kidding me? Could you go any faster?" So I just kept going even slower. Cause you know what? She would scream at you if I would say go set the table. You have to set it for 4. She'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I set it for 4." And she'll be like, "No, it's meant for 2." And then you have to redo it. And then she'll even yell at you for like, "Why is this set for 2? I told you to set it for 4." I'm like, "No, you told me just to set it for 2 just before." And screaming at you. So I made sure my last night will be remembered. She was screaming, and the boyfriend had nothing. He could do nothing about it. Just sitting there. And I was like, oh, I'll take even longer if I have to. And she was just getting really pissed. And my boss was not even like near there, so he didn't even know. So it was about an hour. The one busser clock timed it, and supposedly he was like, yeah, that's the longest someone has ever vacuumed. I literally sat there for like an hour. I made sure it was bad. So I thought it was pretty funny because she was just flipping out. Flipping. And I didn't really care. I mean, that's how I am though. I get, if you're gonna be mean or like, be an asshole or a bitch, I'm gonna make sure you regret it. I'm gonna be as stubborn as possible to make sure you regret every minute of being a bitch. So that's what I did. So then, since I left, I hear stories. You know, they still talk about it. Yeah, you remember when he, you know, had the vacuum, and he just took forever. And then one of my friends who worked there, broke the vacuum. I was like, yeah, good job. But yeah, they all hate it there, and it's pretty funny that they all hate it there. But yeah, so that was my short story. You know, I'm sorry if it's not as entertaining. I just, I find these stories funny, and I would like to share them to you guys. So Monday or Sunday, I will promise to start my bounty hunter series, which is my prime character, and I'll still have story times on the side. So basically these videos are really just to keep you guys updates, because I'm still trying to get the channel going. I'm trying to get my graphics and everything. So I've been working that out. So, just please guys, give me some time. I'm sorry if it's taking a little while, but I promise I'll make sure to get everything going and good. So thanks guys for watching. Please follow me on Twitter always, and I'll see you guys next time.